FM 98.9 AM 1360. As we hear that familiar ditty, it's time once again to visit with our friends from the DeKalb Chamber of Commerce. Of course, we're doing that via the telephone, so we won't be able to visit as a group. But we're here thanks to our friends at Northwestern Medicine and First Midwest Bank. But we do have Anna Coates from the DeKalb Chamber on the phone with us right now. Anna, how you doing?
I'm doing well. How are you today?
I am good, again, considering the circumstances, but let's talk about the Chamber of Commerce and business alive and well in DeKalb. Let's kind of go through some things here real quick, Anna. And that would accuse the Community Expo now. Do we know it's postponed for now? Is that right?
Yes, it's postponed for now. So if any of you guys are listening, you can follow us on our Facebook page at DeKalb IL Chamber. We will be posting up updates on there, as well as on our website, so you can always check out those things for more updates when we set a date and stuff like that.
Yeah, people can always go to DeKalb.org. Couldn't be any easier for you. DeKalb.org. All the information's on there, all the events, all about the chamber itself, and all the different things that are happening.
That's
now,
right.
remembering time you need help sponsoring your Little League team. Tell us about that, the Little League teams.
Yeah, so we just wanted to remind people, the times that you've gone to restaurants or local businesses and said, hey, I need help getting sponsorship for my Little League team, I'm creating a raffle basket, or I'm just trying to get a donation for a cause, whether you're getting food or you're getting gift cards or something. And so now we want to be there for our businesses. Those restaurants that have given you countless money, we want to be there during this hard time when they're forced to be shut down for dine-in. So we want to support those local retailers and restaurants because they're what make our community great. So we want people to shop local.
Yeah, not just restaurants. My wife owns a jewelry store, Becky Beck's Jewelry Store, and she always donates to all the charities that come asking for her. So, like you said, just kind of turn it around a little bit there, huh?
Yeah, absolutely. And those stores might not be asking for that, but what we're asking is the chamber because they are such a vital part of our community, so we really appreciate them being around and keeping their doors open where they can.
And Anna, this too, obviously, and especially when it comes to restaurants, it's hard month to month, working with inventory and things like that. It's hard to keep going, and to get hit like this, even for a couple of weeks, is really major.
Oh, yeah, for sure, yeah. This is going to definitely have an impact on our community, but, we're definitely stronger together, so the more we can band together, the better that we'll come out on the other side of this.
We're talking to Anna Coates from the DeKalb Chamber of Commerce. Again, go to DeKalb.org to find out everything we're talking about. Now, make business decisions based on what's best for you and your business. Tell us about that.
Yeah, so different businesses have different requirements. Obviously, the state and the government is kind of making some different rules that we have to abide by, but some of the things that we've seen with talking with other chambers that have been beneficial for other businesses is sharing how you're keeping things clean. Post on Facebook, hey, look, we've got Lysol, don't worry. Sharing ways that people can order over the phone or pick up. Here at the chamber, if you follow our Facebook page, we're trying to get out as much information about our members, businesses who are open during this time. So if you're a chamber member for the DeKalb Chamber, tag us in your post saying, hey, we're open. We'd love to share that so that we can help the community see that you are open during this time.
So you tag it DeKalb, Illinois Chamber, right? And then you'll share that information.
Yep, absolutely. Yeah, it's DeKalb IL Chamber, and that'll get it to come up as like where it's blue and it's highlighted. That way we can see it on our site and then share it to our community, which is over 2,000 people that follow our page. And
I like this part, be kind, and there's a big exclamation point after that, right? Because we have to be kind.
Yes. If you've got people who are sick, we've asked people, don't come in, Ask those people, ill friend, coworker, if you got an elderly neighbor, if there's something that you can do, if you could leave something outside their door. Actually, I was just thinking about today, I should, call over to Elder Care Services and see if they need people to do grocery shopping for some of their seniors, or, if there's volunteering opportunities. Now you might have some time off. Think about doing some of that. And the other thing is just think about buy what you need. We don't need to stock up on everything at the moment. This stuff will come through. So buy what you need. I know I needed toilet paper on the reel, and I only bought a little packet because there's only two of us. But being courteous to others so that we can all survive during this time.
That's a great point there, too. And again, it's wonderful people helping out and stepping up, and everybody should do that. Again, we're all in this together, and we can get through this together. So again,
absolutely.
Let's talk about other information on the website. So there's all kinds of great things about upcoming events. You have things about new members as well.
Mm-hmm.
You can get a newsletter from you guys, right, to stay connected with you guys, right?
Yeah, absolutely. We send out newsletters once a week. We've got different opportunities throughout the community, networking opportunities for businesses to show what they do, who they are. The more visible you are, the more valid people see you as, and so we're kind of that bridge to help to facilitate that communication and help build those connections here in our community, so that our business community it has a better opportunity to grow and thrive.
Strategic, responsive, and collaborative. That's what the DeKalb Chamber of Commerce is, and that's what Anna Coates is as well. Anna, we appreciate your time this morning. We look forward to visiting.
No problem. Thank you so much, TD. We will talk to you very soon.
All right, sounds good. Thanks, Anna.
Yeah, no problem.
Anna Coates from the DeKalb Chamber of Commerce, our guest here. Coming up, we'll talk to Keely Haag from the United Leukodystrophy Foundation. I have to learn how to say that. That's coming up next.
ABC Entertainment News.
The Rock is stopped for the Rolling Stones temporarily, the band halting its upcoming North American tour because of the coronavirus outbreak. Mick Jagger and the gang were going to hit some cities they haven't been to in years, including Austin, Louisville, and Cleveland. New dates will be announced in the future. But you can still watch TV, and tonight the sitcom American Housewife moves to Wednesdays. ABC has seen success recently with rebooting classic sitcoms and doing live broadcasts. And Housewife star Katie Mixon tells me if she could star in a revival, it would be I Love Lucy or The Carol Burnett Show.
Those were my everything. So when I was 13, I would watch Nick at Night, and I would study Lucille Ball and Carol Burnett and Judy Garland and Debbie Reynolds, and it was a whole thing.
Catch American Housewife tonight on ABC. A Tom Hanks update 1 week after being diagnosed with coronavirus. He says he's doing well in quarantine with wife Rita Wilson. And a big birthday today for Queen Latifah. She's 50. Jason Nathanson, ABC News, Hollywood.
It's Chevy Truck Month at your local Chevy dealer. Now through March 31st, get 0% financing on a 2020 Chevy Silverado 1500 pickup, plus an additional $500 when you finance with GM Financial. Go to ChevyDriveChicago.com for details.
FM 98.9 AM 1360 as we're visiting with our friends from the DeKalb Chamber of Commerce, brought to you by Northwestern Medicine and First Midwest Bank. And we're talking now with our friends from Northern Rehab, physical therapy specialist. And we have the big kahuna himself, Ken Olson, with us on the phone. Ken, how you doing, my friend?
I'm doing great. How are you?
I'm doing great. Always great to talk to you. Again, we appreciate all the work that you do helping out the community and all the work that Northern Rehab does as well. Tell us now, Ken, why is Northern Rehab a member of the DeKalb Chamber of Commerce?
Well, the Chamber is just a great resource for the community, and it's part of our mission to support those types of organizations. So we think it's important that we are part of that network, and the network also helps us to promote our business and to make friends within the business community. So it's really a win-win situation for us to be involved with the Chamber.
Again, you can always go to northernrehabpt.com, Northern Rehab PT, or call over there at 756-8524. Always taking new clients, Ken?
Yeah, absolutely. Yep, we're keeping the doors open, and we're there to help people in the community as they continue to have their various physical ailments that need PT.
Yeah, and you can't put off the PT, can you? Let's talk about that, because what kind of pains and problems can physical therapy help?
Well, pretty much, anything that is involved with muscle or joint limitations that restricts your ability to move and function the way that you want to and as comfortably as you can. It ranges from back pain, shoulder pain, knee problems. So pretty much we treat the whole gamut.
And we're seeing all kinds of new injuries, aren't we? The carpal tunnel I know a lot of people have with the computers, but actually the way they sit on their phones, right, and the way they sit on the computer at work, you're seeing all kinds of problems there as well, aren't you?
Yeah, that's something, the overuse injuries and sort of just the stress and anxiety of these times also contributes to, muscle and joint problems. And certainly the time in front of a keyboard can be part of that as well with the wrist and hand and shoulder injuries.
Now, can these be taken care of, Ken? Can physical therapy help us with those kind of problems?
Yeah, we can certainly, help with many of those. Oftentimes there might be some limitations in flexibility or strength that needs to be addressed, and so we can get people on a specific exercise program. Also, using specific manual therapy techniques can kind of free up those tight joints and muscles that are contributing to the pain.
You know, I was watching this video. Kevin Hart, the comedian, you probably know him, was in a very bad car accident and started rehabbing almost immediately after he recovered from the accident. And it was amazing how hard this man was working. But how do you do that with the rehab, Ken? Can you kind of just tell people work as hard as you want, or do you push them yourself, or how do you do that?
Well, you know, you need to kind of see where people are starting, and so you just kind of, we do a good assessment, we see what their functional limitations are, and then we work specifically to correct those various limitations. So the exercises oftentimes start with very gentle movements, and then we gradually progress into more strengthening type of activities as the person begins to improve.
That's great. So give us just a rundown, just an overview of what you guys at Northern Rehab, but what kind of problems can you guys help take care of?
Yeah, well, you know, we see a lot of people with back and neck conditions, for instance. So, you know, we can use specific manual therapy and manipulation techniques to free those things up and help with their pain. And then, again, give a specific exercise program so that people can ultimately become their own best therapists and get back into their activities that they want to return to.
And Ken, before we let you go, how are you guys at Northern Rehab? How are you dealing with the coronavirus? How are you dealing with all the problems with that?
Well, yeah, you know, these are challenging times for everybody, and we're being very cautious. We always use universal precautions with making sure that things are clean, and we're washing our hands between each patient. We encourage the patients to use the hand sanitizer when they come in the door. So we're really creating a safe environment for people to come into and still receive their rehab. So, and we're monitoring obviously the recommendations of the local governmental agencies to make sure we follow all the rules. But you know, we feel like it's still important that we're there to help people in this very difficult and stressful time.
You know, you and I have it in common, Ken, that we're both history buffs, and you know, America's been through a lot of stuff here, and this is just one more thing, and we know we'll get through it. So you keep up a good thought there, Ken, and keep up the good work, and we'll talk to you again soon, my friend.
Yeah, I really appreciate having a chance to talk to you. So you stay healthy and help keep our spirits up through this difficult time.
All right, we'll try to do that. All right, thank you, Ken.
All right, thank you very much.
Ken Olson, again, with the Northern Rehab and Physical Therapy Specialist. You can call them at 756-8524 or go to northernrehabpt.com.
Pets bring so much joy to our lives. They're loyal, they're protective, and smart. Yet as smart as our pets might be, they can't advocate for themselves, especially in the event of a natural disaster. Hi, I'm Sean Lowe. Last year during Hurricane Harvey, I saw the impact of natural disaster firsthand. Many families suffered the added heartbreak of being separated from their pets. That's why it's important your pet is part of your family's disaster preparedness plan. Like storing pet food, medical records and supplies in waterproof containers. Proper identification, a microchip, and a photo of you with your pet can help in case you get separated. And keep their favorite comfort toy handy. If you take steps now, you'll encounter less stress during the chaos of an emergency. To learn how you can prepare your pet for a natural disaster, talk to your veterinarian and visit banfieldfoundation.org/disaster. That's banfieldfoundation.org/disaster. Don't save it for a rainy day.
FM 98.9 AM 1360 as we continue our visit with the DeKalb Chamber of Commerce, brought to you by Northwestern Medicine and First Midwest Bank. Now we're going to have a chance to talk to Keely Haag. Is it right, Keely?
That's correct, yes.
And you are, I'm not even going to try to say it. You're from the United something with an L. I don't know how to say it.
Yes. United Leukodystrophy Foundation.
All right, very good. Of course, my first question has to be, what is that? Can you please tell us what that is, please,
yes.
Keely?
Yes, absolutely. So leukodystrophy is a neurodegenerative disease that is actually very, very similar to MS. But the difference is where MS is your immune system is attacking your brain and your nerve endings, leukodystrophy is actually a genetic mutation that causes a lot of the same symptoms and a lot of the same outcomes. So there's a genetic defect that is causing the nerve endings in your brain not to function properly. So what happens is you slowly will lose control of your body. You a lot of times symptoms will start with and since it's genetic, it generally affects children, but it also does have adult onset as well. But beginning symptoms are very, you might start to lose your balance a little bit. Your speech might become a little bit slurred. You might find that your movement in your arms is not as full range. And then sadly, it progresses and progresses, and unfortunately there is no cure. So all treatment options at this point are supportive, which means that treatments only treat the symptoms and not the actual disease. So the United Leukodystrophy Foundation is dedicated to raising money for scientific research to find improved therapies and eventually work towards a cure. And we also offer resources for families that face this disease. Because it is so rare, there are not a lot of physicians that are familiar with the disease, and so we assist families in identifying doctors, helping them find treatment, and helping them get the resources they need in order to face this diagnosis.
Wow, it sounds a little like Parkinson's disease as well, with just losing control of your body, huh?
Yeah, it's very similar, and it's been unfortunately misdiagnosed for many, many years. And so the leukodystrophy itself, the word is similar to the word cancer. Leukodystrophy is actually a family of diseases. So you can have many different types of leukodystrophy, and each one will affect a person in a different way, and then there's different treatments for each one. And so there are many times where it's misdiagnosed because it's a rare disease. Doctors tend to say that rare diseases are like zebras. When you hear hoofbeats, you often think horse. And so they're diagnosing the horses. They're saying it's MS, Parkinson's, it's all of these other things, but really they need to be looking for the zebra, which is, look for the stripes, look for the zebra, because it's a rare disease. And so it's been misdiagnosed for many, many years, and then really the leukodystrophies hasn't become more prevalent within the past, 3 or 4 decades.
All right, now you guys are here in DeKalb. You're at 224 North 2nd Street in DeKalb. You can always go to ulf.org, or call over at 748-3211. Who are you treating now? Are you treating people locally? Are people coming to you from further away? What's going on?
So we are not a medical facility.
Oh, you're not?
We are more... No. So we're more like a customer care center. So families, if they want to come in and talk to us, they're absolutely welcome to do so, but we encourage you to call first, because a lot of times we can answer your questions over the phone or via email. But what we do is we help you get in touch with the medical physicians that can help you. So we know that leukodystrophy is not a household name, and we're grateful for that fact, because if you've heard the word leukodystrophy, it generally means that you've had some people pass away in your lifetime. So we try to say that we're glad that you haven't heard of it, but at the same time, we are trying to spread awareness, because, of course, when you have more awareness of rare diseases, the faster that people can get diagnosis. So we offer resources in helping people that, they might have a possible diagnosis, so we give them direction on, how to get in touch with a genetic counselor, how to talk to your doctor about your symptoms.
Now, you said it's genetic.
Like I said, we raise money so that we can push forward medical research and work towards a cure.
Now, you say it's genetic, so does it tend to skip a generation or two, or how can you if you have
It depends on the type of leukodystrophy that you have. Some are X-linked, so that means that it's attached to the X-linked chromosome, and then if a woman has an affected X-link, she will, half of the time, she will pass that down to her children. If a male has an X-linked genetic disorder, he will always pass that gene down to his daughter, but then if he has any sons, it will not be affected within the son. But then sometimes it's just a spontaneous mutation, and no one really knows why it happened. And but it is genetic, which means that it can be passed down to future generations. It just depends on the luck of the draw, if the child happens to have the genetic mutation or not.
All right, very good. Well, listen, it's been very enlightening to hear from you. Now, is your Disney trip still on, the Disney trip raffle, or has that been canceled, or what's going on with that?
Yes, no, we are selling raffle tickets for a Disney World vacation. And we know that right now Disney World and Disneyland are currently closed because of the virus. But if the winner of the trip, well, when the winner wins, they will have a year to book their trip. So they will be able to book their trip whenever the virus gets under control. But we are selling raffle tickets for $50 a piece. And what you win is a Disney World vacation for 4 that includes airfare. So what the trip will cover is four airline tickets. It's a 4-night stay at a Disney World resort, and then you also get $1,000 in Disney World cash, gift card, if you will.
And how do you get tickets?
If you want to buy tickets, you can go on ULS, United Leukodystrophy Foundation, ULS.org/Disney raffle. You can buy tickets online, or you can call our office, and we'll take care of you.
And again, the office number is 748-3211, 748-3211. Keely, very enlightening talking to you. We appreciate what you do. Keep up the good work, and we'll talk to you again real soon.
Thank you so much. Have a great day.
You too. That's Keely Haag from the United Leukodystrophy Foundation, again, helping out as best they can. And a big thanks to our friends in the DeKalb Chamber of Commerce for getting us together. Anna Coates doing a great job. Again, our thanks to Northwestern Medicine and Midwest Bank helping us with our visit from the DeKalb Chamber of Commerce.